Hello, beautiful people. I am Mary Jane. Welcome to Net Voices. As a mom, you came back home and find a 21-year-old woman in bed with your 13-year-old underage son. Yes, let us sink in for a minute. She's 21, he's 13. What would you do? A mom in South Carolina caught a 21-year-old woman in bed with her son. According to the mom, the woman was naked when she got back home. She was furious, mad, then called the police, rightfully so. Here's the video and people's reaction.
Turn up. I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass in a minute. You finna get it. Yeah, but right now, I need her to stay right here. Yeah, she ain't going nowhere. I'm doing my stuff with you. Look at those shit, y'all. I'm gonna put this bitch on Facebook. I don't even know her name. I don't even know who she is. But she going nationwide. My son is 13 years old, and this bitch laid up in my house with him. Yeah. No. Come on out the front goddamn door. Get up out here, girl. Yeah, bitch, and my baby 13 more years of that old boy. Come on out here. Come on out here. Come on. What's your age? She over 21, my baby 13. Bitch, you going to jail. Have a great night, you. He ain't going nowhere. He most definitely ain't going no goddamn well. Yeah. Yeah, get all that. Call your mama now. Tell your mama that you got them going to jail for messing with a minor. Slop ass hoe. Stank 'em. Make that shit. To play with me. Call them. I don't get in the house, man. Go in the house.
And if a 21-year-old being in the bed with a 13-year-old don't bother you, I don't know what will. I don't know if I'm too deep off on Facebook. Are y'all on the same Facebook as me? But a mama is going ham. She done went crazy because she come in her house and find out a 21-year-old is in bed with her 13-year-old. Now, the only thing about this, the women are not giving the feedback that they normally would if it was a man. See, one thing about it, it doesn't matter if the little boy think he grown. It doesn't matter if the little boy is in the bed with her. It still is nasty and it still is great. And she's still taking complete advantage of his age. It is just crazy how people normalize if a woman is doing it to a boy, it's okay. It's a flex. He get HOEs. You get what I'm saying? He getting cat. But if a man do it to a 13-year-old girl, he nasty, he manipulating her, he raped her. Like, neither one of them is cute. 13 and 21 should not be in no bed together at all. The fact that y'all are trying to justify this or make it a joke is insane. And the fact that she was in there with that little ass boy and didn't see no problem with it, it's crazy. She would be up under the jail playing with me. I got a 15-year-old and I got a 13-year-old. If I ever walk in any house that I have and see anybody 21 laid up with my kids, black and blue, and I'll be waiting for the police to get here. Cause we don't play like that.
I'm sure everybody's seen the video of the mother walking in on the 21-year-old woman laid up with her 13-year-old son. And she had every right to curse that lady out. She had every right to go to the cops. She had every right to get some justice in regards to getting her labeled and getting her off the street. And I see she got like a $10,000 bond. I think it should be more than that, to be honest with you. Because if it was in the reverse, trust and believe, that man would not have a chance of getting out. I'm going to be honest. And the crazy thing about it is I see all of these think pieces on this particular topic, and everybody's having a 21-year-old woman's back and saying, oh, the 13-year-old boy should have knew and he shouldn't have lied about his age. Listen, that is a grown ass woman laid up with a kid. She knew for a fact that that was a kid, but she's so damn horny and can't get nobody on her age level, so she wants to narrow it down to a 13-year-old boy. This is sad. And what about the ones that didn't get caught?
Of course, we can blame the 21-year-old woman because legally, by law, that's a grown woman. So, it's a lot of nuance to it, though, because at 21, it's still certain parts of your brain that haven't developed yet. So, You know, that's a whole nother conversation, you know, but we still have to put a good chunk of it on her because she's old enough to drive. She old enough to basically know better, I guess. But you do still have to look at the mother to a degree, to a large degree, actually, because with a 13-year-old boy, in my personal opinion, I think a 13-year-old boy should be heavily involved in either sports or some sort of after school extracurricular activities. You know, at the very least, he should be studying into his schoolwork at the library, something of that nature. You know, he shouldn't really have that much time on his hands to be able to put a 21-year-old woman in his bed at his mama house. Like he shouldn't even have that type of time on his hands. And this just kind of shows what happened when you leave children to their own devices, because you can't leave children, you know, you can't give children so much autonomy to where you expecting them to make adult decisions. Like, because at the end of the day, that's a little ass boy. And I get the mom probably had to work and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, we have to take responsibility for our kids, regardless if we got to work or not. Like, we got to understand that at the end of the day, if you are a parent, your children come first, and you need to be very vigilant on making sure that your children are where they need to be when you're at work. And when I say where they need to be in places that won't allow them to be so idle-minded, because I was just blown away. Like, I'm sitting there thinking so many things, like, where was the mama at? Okay, that's number one. I'm guessing she was probably at work. But then next, it's like, why the fuck was this little boy able to even be at home by himself this long to where he can bring a grown woman? Like, that's crazy to me. That shit was crazy. Then she threatening to kill folks, and the mama was threatening to kill the lady, the 21-year-old lady. And I'm just like, this is all bad. Like, that little boy need to be in a goddamn debate club, a chess club, football, something. He need to be doing something with his time, because he got way too much time on his hands, mom.
My question to the mother that caught her 13-year-old in the bed with a 21-year-old is, where the fuck was your antennas? Because there had to be a talking stage, and you should have been able to intersect during that talking stage to where she wouldn't even be able to get your motherfucking address. So while we all want to rush to blame this 21-year-old who could very well be a disabled adult, let's start holding these parents accountable too, because they could have met on an app, Roblox, one TikTok, Facebook, who knows? You should have been more involved in checking your son's device to know that he was giving your fucking address to a stranger. That's it. That's the unpopular opinion. I don't care. Fight me in the comments. Bye.
Because I just stumbled upon a video of a mother catching a 21-year-old woman inside of her home with her 13-year-old son. Listen, that mother had a lot of patience. She had more patience than some, because had I walked in and caught that, I would have shredded that whole trailer apart with everyone in it. And people want to talk about, well, no, we need to protect our daughters, and we need to protect our daughters and protect the women and the girls. No. It applies to both. It applies to male and female, boys and girls. It cannot be just one. And you know, like, if looking at the video, the girl is caught. She is seen doing that. Like, you're caught. You're busted. What do you do now? You go on down to the sexual predator registry and sign up. She called the police. The police get there, and the girl's wanting to take a different exit than the way she entered. And the mom wasn't going for it. She was like, nah, go out the same way you came in. And that's exactly what she did. The only difference was she left wearing handcuffs. So no, it is not just men that prey on girls. It is women that prey on boys. So now I done went down the rabbit hole. She's going to jail. Just imagine being a 21-year-old that sexualized a 13-year-old boy. Granted, some of these boys and girls look older than they are. Okay, I will say that. But come on. Like, you didn't know? And she never said she didn't know. Like, she never said that. She was embarrassed, as she should have been. She got exposed. as she should have been. She was calling that girl everything but her name. The sad part is, and the even sadder part about this is, she didn't even know the girl's name. Like, this was some random woman that had gone into somebody's house to lay up with her 13-year-old son. My son's gonna get lit up too. But you, being an adult, she called her an overgrown bitch. And it's really not funny. Like, it's really not funny. I will laugh at how the mother cussed her out, cleared her. But I'm not laughing about the situation because it is not funny. Like, none of that is funny. That is weird. That is disturbing. That is disgusting. That is vile. And what's even sadder is that we have to pay attention to that. We have to pay attention to the weirdos of the world. Again, it is not only men that prey on women and little boys. It is women that prey on little boys and little girls. Like, it's the same. It goes both ways. We can't say that it's men doing this. Women are doing it.
That mom really found a 21-year-old woman in bed with her 13-year-old son? Are you kidding me? And I love the mom. She made that woman stand in the corner in her birthday suit until the cops came, reading her a new one the entire time, giving it to her because what are you doing in bed with a minor? And I know this is not this woman's first time. And what's wild about all of this is that there were people hyping up that young man in the comments section. That young man is a victim. I don't understand why people think when a woman does it, it somehow dismisses the severity of the situation. This is exactly why young men never come forward when this type of stuff happens, because you normalize it, you glamorize it, and you minimize it. You know, honestly, be so for real.
The mom did the right thing. She didn't take matters into her hands. She called the police, and the 21-year-old was arrested. I see a lot of people in the comment section saying, it's a boy, it's different. Some 13-year-old look older and act older. Maybe that was why he was able to pull an older woman. No. Some are saying the mom shouldn't have called the police because she's only 21-year-old and she's still young. No. He is a child and needs to be protected. It doesn't matter if he looks older or acts older. He is still a child. It's time society understand that a woman can be a predator. Same way we protect a female child should be the same way we protect a male child. If this was a 13-year-old girl, this story would have gone viral. It would have been a total different story. In some cases, when a boy is abused, they can't even talk about that. It's a no. Whoosh, no, you can't. They have to be strong. They shouldn't show their emotions. Get on with life like nothing happened, which is wrong and never ends well. You end up creating a monster who then do the same to other people or even worse. We have to do better to protect children, both male and female. What do you all think? What are your thoughts? Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.